I don't know why I showed y'all that. I was just playing something. Can you get in there? I'm trying to charge you. There we go. Shave this too. What's up, y'all? Get on in here, man. This is not gonna be long at all. Probably gonna be like 30 minutes. Cause I wanna get my work. What's up, y'all? So obviously, if y'all seen the title of the video I uploaded this morning, it was day 39. If y'all don't know, whatever day count is on the video that I uploaded in the morning, that current day, I'm on the next day. Because obviously I record my experiences for the day and post it the next day. So like, for example, today's video was day 39. I'm actually on day 40. So in case y'all confused. But man, I just wanted to go live and talk to y'all, man. I never get this opportunity. I don't get this opportunity really. My parents, one of my parents' family friends having like a birthday somewhere in New York City. So they went. They went to that. So that's why I'm going live. I had the house myself. I'm not sure what time I'm coming back. Supposedly the actual dinner is supposed to be at 8 o'clock. Right now it's like 6:30 something. So they're gonna be gone for a while. I was like, you know what? Well, I had the house myself for a couple hours. Let me go live and talk to y'all, man. For about 30 minutes, because after 30, like around 7 o'clock, I want to go actually work out. My workout's not even that long. So I have legs to do today. So, but yeah, Gangsta Kitty, what's up, man? I've been feeling lightheaded today, man. It was like, man, y'all will see in the video that I post tomorrow, but I had a dream, man. I had a dream, and it was very, very weird. And today, I feel like I might have a demonic attack of sorts today, because I had a weird dream this morning, and then I just felt lightheaded all day. Like it was a point where I was in my bed, right? I was in my bed just, watching Christian videos, just what I tend to do. I was just there watching videos, and it was weird. Like I felt like I was gonna pass out, and then I had to get up and move around. And Mysterious Econ, what's up, man? As kids say, you need to meditate for the lightheadedness. Yeah, when it comes to meditation, I don't meditate unless it's on a Bible verse. Yeah, if it's on the Bible verse, then I meditate on it. Um, yeah, not sure what it could be. Definitely gonna pray on it though. After the stream, right before I work out, I'm gonna pray on it. The lightheadedness isn't as bad. It was worse earlier. Like I was literally walking like this. I was literally like, hold on, let me go in the light. I was literally walking like this. I was, what I'm saying, I felt weird, but I feel fine now. Like I feel like I probably had like 5% more of the lightheadedness. Like 5% of the lightheadedness that I had earlier, but it's not as bad. Hey, brother Key, what's up, man? What's up? What's up? What's up, man? It's Saturday night, and y'all are in here with me, man. Yo, I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate y'all. As I said, it's gonna be like 30-minute stream. Around 7 o'clock, I'm gonna go work out, so it's not gonna be long at all, man. But I found, man, instead of what I'm saying, being like the other people and going to clubs and parties and stuff like that on Saturday nights, man. Y'all in here with me, man, on a Christian stream. We're on a Christian stream, man. Where we're promoting God in the stream. We're just talking about just having the brotherhood, man. Just the warriors in Christ, just having a talk, man. Having a team meeting. So appreciate y'all, man. What's good with you, gang? Hey, man, nothing much, man. Nothing much, nothing much. Uh, yeah. So, I mean that game, that game that I told y'all about, man. That game. I'm not gonna say your name. Don't say your name of the game because I don't want the ninjas of the company to find this street to find this channel, man. But I ended up beating it this morning. This morning meaning like 1 in the morning. Like it was like 1 in the morning when I beat it. So like this morning, but last night, if that makes sense. End up being that. I'm not saying any spoilers. Um, next week in like a random video, wherever Dave video, like wherever Dave, I might just throw a little segment in there, like my thoughts on the game and stuff like that. But I'm not gonna spoil it. But that'll be after the game comes out. As far as regular stuff, man, I'm feeling pretty good. I had a weird dream this morning, man. I had a weird dream. So, man, it was like, let's see if I can explain it. So pretty much, I was just chilling in the dream, right? And I was just chilling, and I can't, man. How's the best way I can describe it? Um, let me close this closet, man. Like, got all this squeak, all this stuff exposed. I mean, it's nothing. I mean, it's just clothes, but got all this stuff exposed. What's going on? Yeah. So it was like. It was like in the dream I searched up like, so how am I gonna say it without giving y'all urges or without risking, what's the best way to say it? So when like months ago, right? Months ago, when I was watching that stuff, right? When I was watching that stuff, it's like, man, I don't even know how to say it. I don't even know how to say it. All right, people on certain websites, right? Like certain people that are on a clean website, but then post on a not so clean website. I would search them up and see what stuff they would post. And in the dream I had, I was doing that. I was searching up names, and also I was going on the sites themselves. I was going on the sites themselves just to see what was new. Basically, it was like the dream of. I had a dream of having FOMO, fear of missing out, when it came to the filthy content, the PMO. If that makes sense, that's the best way I can explain it without, you know, risking giving y'all urges, things like that. Hopefully, hopefully y'all are able to understand what I mean. I'm not saying that, but it was a weird dream. It was definitely a demonic attack. And I woke up and had to fight off a bunch of lustful thoughts, stuff like that. Man, it's like, man, it's it was crazy. It was crazy. But obviously, I got past that. Um, then I felt lightheaded today. I was in bed. I felt pretty tired today. It was weird. I felt pretty tired today, and yeah, I felt pretty tired today. I mean, not like a crazy, crazy tired, but I just felt kind of tired today. I was kind of just in my room. Um, But yeah, man, I just felt lightheaded earlier. It was weird. But I'm pretty cool now. Obviously, would I? I probably would. To be honest, I probably would. And what is with my brother and I doing this, man? Like my brother, like y'all know, I had my brother months ago. What was this? July, something like that. Probably like July. Yeah, when he was like, he was feeling lightheaded and stuff like that. Then he went on a treadmill and then passed out and sit on the floor. And then the whole thing, he had to go to the hospital. Like y'all remember that? Um, I have more lustful thoughts usually when watching YouTube than in person. YouTube is not how it used to be, right? And what I mean by this, right? I'm gonna set an example with me personally. There be times where there be times where I'm just on YouTube, right? I search something up, something normal, right? Could be a game, right? Could be like, for example, I searched up Modern Warfare 2. So I wanted to rewatch the scene from the campaign. Y'all know I beat the campaign during the campaign early access back in that weekend of the October 21st. Played it, beat it, right? So it was today. I literally wanted to just watch a scene that happened in the campaign, right? So I search it up and I'm just scrolling through the search results, right? And as I'm searching, not even that far, I searched on the list and there was a video saying people. It was like I just said people usually watch or people also watch, and it was like some type of lustful thumbnail. It was weird. It was weird. Obviously, it wasn't like 100% explicit because YouTube would have taken that down immediately. Like YouTube isn't. That's one thing about YouTube. If something is like basically the filth content, it will take it down. Like they don't play with that. But this is borderline, right? Obviously, nothing crazy where it's like as soon as I see it, the dopamine level rises, and it's bad. No, it's not. It's not like that. It was like It was like I was searching up Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, and I'm just scrolling, and then like it was like a weird video popped up, and I was like, "What is this, man?" And it happened multiple times. It happened on multiple occasions. I was searching something normal, and something completely unrelated that's in that category, like in that lustful category, would pop up, and it was just extreme. Like YouTube is just extremely. I don't know why YouTube did that, man. Like, we're still good. Start talking about YouTube, and all of a sudden, it shows that has 0 viewers and stuff. It does sometimes though. It just says 0, but it be actually people in here, and then this whole thing. Um, I'm not sure why the website does that, man. Um, yeah, I'm not sure the website does that. Like it just before you would search something up, right? And then something else would pop up. And at first, right, it'll be something else that pops up that's not specifically about the thing you searched up about, but it's kind of related, so it's not that bad. And then you got when you would search up something, and then something unrelated would pop up, but it wouldn't be bad. Like it wouldn't be explicit or anything like that. It'd just be like something just completely like a random funny video or something like that. It's completely unrelated, right? Now it's like, for example, I would use like y'all know y'all probably don't know. I have two accounts. I have this one, so I'm on right now, right? And I'm mainly on this one. This is one I use to watch my Christian videos, my work, like not workout, but like motivational videos, like anything like that. Like I'm mainly logged in on this account. I have another one, which I don't even use much, right? But I only use that when I'm eating. You know, like when I'm watching some like video, like when I'm eating, I like to watch like some Dragon Ball What If videos, or like if I want to search up a gaming video. Now I go on this other profile. I specifically made this profile after I made the rule that I only watch entertaining videos when I'm eating, right? So like this other one I use when you know when I'm eating stuff like that, right? So I'll be logged in on this. I'll be logged in on this account, right? Where I only see positive stuff and only see good stuff, and then it'll randomly pop up lustful content, right? But it's important we stay in prayer and just keep our mind focused and avoid that stuff, man. Because like I used to, and y'all know, like I think it was that was it 2 relapses ago. I think it was 2 relapses ago. I pretty much blame YouTube. I blame YouTube for my relapse, and I was like, man, YouTube is like full of, and obviously YouTube is full of just the content, right? It's just how it is. It's just how is how it is what it is, right? But YouTube and TikTok, I don't use TikTok. Y'all know I'm on social media, right? But YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, all that stuff, right? Is just basically the world, but just on a more internet based type of thing, right? Obviously, you go out in the world, you go to a park, you go to a store, whatever, and you see, and I'm gonna get to the chat in a second. And you'll see like different sisters in Christ and things like that, just dress certain ways and exposing certain things, stuff like that. It's the same thing on the internet with YouTube, TikTok, stuff like that, but it's more accessible and it's just more spread wide because it's like same way how I upload videos and all of you are able to see it. It's like somebody could upload a video like that and then it'll be shown to a lot of people, millions of people. So it's like that. So same way how you avoid certain things in the world, right? You avoid certain things. You do the air jabs. You say no, like you say no, and you love what try to keep reading, try to creep in stuff like that, man. Same thing you gotta do on social media, right? So you just gotta build discipline, man. You can't, and you gotta avoid just certain videos, like certain channels and certain videos to watch, man. Because certain videos you watch can lead to the other stuff being recommended a lot more, if that makes sense. you know so, and when those things do pop up, you just gotta keep going. Just like, no, let's keep going. you know so that's all I can say on that. Let me scroll up. Gangsta K said 4 months senior retention here. Yes sir, man. Yes sir. Keep going, man. Keep going all the way until that honeymoon, man, until you're married and you get that honeymoon. you know even then, man, avoid the PMO. What I'm saying? Avoid the PMO. Obviously you can release it your wife, but as far as you doing it yourself and as far as you looking at lustful content, man, keep going, avoiding that stuff, man. Definitely, man. Yeah, I'm proud of you, man. Keep going, 100%. And God's proud of you too, man. God's proud of you too. Uh, just keep going with the wiring, yes sir. With the rewiring, 100%. I be getting random text messages saying all that mess. Oh man, if I wish I saw the screenshots. I don't have screenshots anymore, but there was times, man, where I would get. There were times where I would literally get just messages about like just weird stuff, man. Just like random people text me with those bots, like those bots text me, but it's just random like weird stuff and like just getting spam texts about like, oh, buy this to enlarge, like weird text like that, man. Thankfully they slowed down a lot. Like I used to get them. I used to get like 4 or 5 of them a day. Um, that was like months ago, but now I don't even get them anymore. Like it'll be one. It'll be I'll get like one blue moon. Like one in a 2 week period now. So it's like, what I'm saying? Shout out to Apple. Apple is doing a good job of catching that stuff, man. But yeah, man. How are y'all doing, man? How y'all doing? Yeah, those busting the link, like, bro. It's sad, man. It's sad. Also, man, be careful of your spam, your email. your spam email. Like I went to my spam on a different email account that I use that I don't even really use it much anymore. Like I have security on it though. Believe that because I went the whole mistake of there was a previous email that I had that I didn't use much, and I didn't really have like the two step authentication and all that stuff on there. I didn't have a complicated like it was a whole thing, and then that got hacked, and then there was this whole thing, and yeah. So even though I don't use this other email I'm talking about, trust me when I say it's secured. All my emails are secured, man. I'm not playing around with that. But that's the email that I don't really use, and one day I was just going through all my emails, and I went to the spam. You know what I'm saying? And I went to spam this one email, and like the subject, I was at the subject of the message of the email was basically like a filth video title. Like you know how those filth videos, y'all know what I mean by filth. But those videos, like the towels they put in those videos, it was like the email subject or message. I forgot which one it was, but it was like basically had that title in there, and it was just like weird, and it was just like obviously I didn't open it. Obviously I didn't open it. It was like I was going to my spam. I was on the spam list, and I was seeing like emails like that, and I was like, "What's going on?" But I'm pretty sure there are bots. I mean, I didn't open it message, so I didn't see, but I'm pretty sure there are bots and stuff like that. Sending those virus links. Can't complain, not praise. Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. Yes, sir. All praise, all praise. And God is good. God is good. I'm finally gonna get my car fixed tomorrow, man. Speaking of that, I gotta start it up. I have to start up because I haven't started it since Tuesday. Since Tuesday. I have to start it up. But yeah, man. I'm finally getting fixed. I told you my dad got me a starter, got me the starter. It was a Monday. Obviously, I paid for it. I gave him my card and I paid for it. But I'm actually gonna get it put it in. I'm actually gonna get it put in tomorrow, and after that, my car should be good. I have the new alternator in there. I have the new battery. The alternator is working. As I got tested before, like last week, so that's working. So the only thing I could be having the starter problem is the starter itself. So I'm changing that. Just know, man, you get a car, you're gonna be spending money. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have a car yet, if you're getting like your first car, make sure to get something cheap. Uh, Make sure to get something cheap, man. Like something that's reliable, something that doesn't that's cheap to fix, like a Honda or a Toyota. Nissan's are kind of expensive, and they have I won't say all of them, but most of them have like oil leak issues. So yeah, Toyota or Honda, those are two reliable. I think Toyota is the most reliable company. So get a Toyota, get a Honda. I'll be trying to find 6 to 6 Accords. You mean 6 gen? You mean 6 gen Accords? Like, what do you mean by that? My last Accord was a 6 gen Accord, if y'all remember. Brother Key, I don't think you were here when I had my old car. Toyotas and Hondas. Yeah, I had a 6 gen Accord, 6 speed V. Oh, okay, 6 speed V6. Yeah, like I had 6 gen Accord. It was a 5 speed manual. My first stick car actually. Um, had that. I had my second relationship during that when I had that car. A lot of things happened with my life in 2018. Man, I don't have to go back on it. 2018 was an eventful year, man. 2018, I got into my second relationship toward the end of the year. That was the year I got arrested. It was this whole thing, man. I got arrested for a reason that it wasn't my fault. Like I did get arrested, but it wasn't my fault. It was like this whole thing. Actually, it wasn't the same year, so I can bring it back up. Basically, when I first got the car, right? I first got the Accord. A week or two later, I got in an accident. I got into a multi-car accident, and it was weird. Like it was on the highway. It was a car. It was an accident on the right side of the highway. Then there was an accident on the left, and then one car hit another car. Then I hit that car, and the car hit me, and another car hit that car. So my car was pretty much. It was messed up. The front was bent. It was the whole thing. And then one of the plates I had in the car fell off. So when we got the car back from the tow place, only one plate was on it. So we reported the plate stolen so that nobody could take the plate and use it and do bad stuff. You know what I'm saying? So later that day, the same officer who was at the accident, he actually came to my house and brought the plate back. Like he had the plate, so he brought it back. And we let him know, saying that we reported plate stolen. So, and he said that he would clear from the system, right? He said clear from the system is no problem. Okay, cool. Months later, in September, not September, months later, in the summer, right? I'm out with my old friends, which that's the whole thing in itself. I'm out with my friends. We're coming back. I drop them home, and I get pulled over, right? There's this whole thing. There was like literally no joke, no exaggeration. 10 cop cars, like few of them blocked one side of the street, few of them blocked the other side of the street, and they had guns pointed out at us, like literally the lasers and everything, like the laser sight pointed directly at us. But they got the car, walked backwards. We all three of us got arrested. All three of us got arrested. We got taken to the station. My car got towed to the station, and yeah, it was this whole thing. Like, it was because of the plate. It was because of the plate. Like an officer had to drive here and then verify with my mom that the car was that I, you know what I'm saying? It was this whole thing, man. Cause if y'all don't know, my car is not in my name. It's my mom's. It's my car, but it's my mom's name because it's cheaper on insurance. With me being, you know, I think it's under 26. I think once you hit 26, you get your insurance rate goes down. But if you're younger, obviously it's up. So obviously my car's my mom's name. So they had to come here and verify with her that I had permission to drive the car, and it was and that I actually lived there. It was this whole thing. And after they verified and everything like that, we got to go home. So it was this whole thing. I got arrested, but it wasn't my fault. That's this whole thing, man. Plus that day, like the friends I used to hang out with, they were a bad influence. This whole thing besides that. But as far as the arrest, that was because of the plate, which wasn't my fault. So that was that. Then yeah, that year it was a whole upgrade summer. This whole thing was 2018 was interesting. That's all I'll say. That's all I'll say. But that was a long time ago. That was like what, 4 years ago? Probably 5 years. I mean, I've grown since then. That stuff. Yeah. So about the 6-speed V6 Accord. Yeah. I remember I wanted one. I wanted a V6 6-speed Accord, but I wanted a sedan. And for some reason, what time is it? For some reason, Honda made almost all of the V6 6-speed Accords coupes. They made them 2 doors, and I wanted a 4 door. My first car, which was a Civic, was a 2 door. I ain't like it. My Accord was a 4 door. My TL is obviously a 4 door. TL only come in 4 doors, right? But I wanted the V6. I wanted the 6-speed. I wanted the V6 and all that. But they only made if I remember correctly, they only made like the 7th gen The 7th gen Accord, which is the one after mine, that's the one I had. The 7th gen Accord, the last 2 years of that generation, 2006 and 2007, which literally the last 2 years of that generation, they made a sedan V6 6-speed. The first 3 years of that generation, you can only get the manual in a 4-cylinder sedan. Like you can only get the manual. You can only get the manual sedan in a 4-cylinder. The last 2 years of that generation, you could get a V6 6-speed in a sedan. And I think that's the only time they did that. If I remember correctly, So that's why that's another reason I love my TL, because my TL is literally a V6 with a 6-speed. It's a sedan. So yeah, man, that's like my that's a that is my favorite configuration. A sedan V6 6-speed. That's what I wanted. That's what I got. When I sold my Accord, oh yeah, also my Accord, I put a turbo kit on it. I forgot to say that. My Accord, I put turbo kit on it because I drove it, you know what I'm saying, chained the exhaust, all that stuff. I drove it, timing belt popped, engine was done. Got the timing belt fixed by one of my dad's mechanics, something like that. He didn't do a can't think right now. A compression test. He didn't do a compression test on it. He did not do a compression test on it before changing the timing belt. So I literally paid to get a timing belt changed, and he didn't do a compression test. So he did he changed the timing belt, and the engine was done anyway. So I had to pay for that while the engine was already done. So that was just a waste of money, right? But you know, it's all good. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. You can't hold any negativity in your heart. You know what I'm saying? That was that. You know, it is what it is what it is, right? So I ended up taking my car to the shop that I was going to, I was regularly going to, which was my brother's shop. My brother goes to, and I had to get a new engine. Right? So when it came to that engine, I had two choices. I could have got the same, like I could have got an H23. No, yeah, I could have got an H23. You know, the engine from a Honda Prelude, which is what most people do in their Accords. Like they swap the F23 for H22 or H23. I could have done that, and you know, could have had like that, or I could have done what what I ended up doing: get the same engine, get the same F23, and put a turbo kit on there. So I did that. I got the F23, which I did not pay for. You know what I'm saying? I did not pay for the engine. You know what I'm saying? My dad paid for it, right? My dad paid for it because literally at the time I working at Target, I paid to get the time belt fixed, and after that I was pretty much I didn't have money after that. You know what I'm saying? I had no money after that, but you know what I'm saying? It was his guy, which I took the car to, which I did not want to. I want to take it to the shop that I usually go to, but took it to my dad's guy. Whatever happened happens. My dad just paid for that. He paid for the oil. He paid for the whole engine. Saying which obviously costed more than what I paid for the time belt fixed. So he paid for that. Then I paid for the turbo kit. I paid for it was this whole thing. It's the whole thing that had to get put in. My brother helped me with it. Obviously, he bought a couple parts. I had to get the time belt kit, which I got from eBay. Got a time belt kit. I had to buy a 3-inch straight pipe for my new exhaust. Then I got to get the exhaust pipe for that. I got Vibrant. Shout out to Vibrant. Vibrant is the best brand for 4-cylinder Hondas. When it comes to exhaust, it sounds so good. If I was making a video, I would throw in a clip of my exhaust hole in there. Had to buy an ECU. That was programmable. Had to buy OBD1 ECU. This was the whole thing. But I had to buy upgraded fuel pump, high performance fuel pump, all that stuff. And obviously the gas went from regular gas to premium gas. Man. So I went from regular gas to premium gas. Around the time when the gas prices were going back up. So that was tough. But yeah, man, after like 2 months, I'd take my dad's car and drive places, you know what I'm saying? Drive to work, drive, you know what I'm saying? But it was done for 2 months. Also, I had to get stage 3 clutch. My clutch was a regular clutch, you know what I'm saying? I had to get changed once. But with a regular clutch in there, I had to change it to a stage 3 clutch. Not stage 1, not stage 2, stage 3. It needed to handle the power. It needed to handle the power of that car. So if you shut up stage 3, it was like it's not like a regular disc. It's literally like the puck. Like it's like the puck clutch. So had to get that, and that clutch was heavy. That clutch was heavy. So yeah, that car. I got the car back. It was running. It was running. It was running. It was good. It was safe to drive daily, but it needed a tune. It needed a tune. There. It needed a tune. You know, we did a street tune. Me and the mechanic did a street tune, which it was okay, but I couldn't push it. I couldn't. When I got in the VTEC, it drove weird. So yeah, months later. I'm talking about months later. I actually went to I went to an actual dyno. I set an appointment. I think I paid like $500, something like that, and got a dyno tuned. I got dyno tuned, and after that, and it was running at also it was running. It was set to run at 10 psi. By the way, 10 psi, 10 pounds of boost. 10 pounds was the top number that, at least for my configuration, was the top number that you could run and drive the car daily. Anything higher, it'll be safe to run, but you cannot drive the car daily. Right? You can't risk it. But yeah, 10 psi was the top number where I can drive the car daily because it was my daily, and you know, have that power. Right? So at the end of that, it came up to about so to the crank, right? To the crank, it was 306 horsepower. So it went from 150 horsepower stock. It went from 150 horsepower to 306. And then the torque, I don't know where it went. I had it written down somewhere in my phone, and I don't know where it went. The torque was around 284, 280 something. I know it was 280 something. That was to the crank. Right? So the engine produced 306 horsepower. Now, when it came to the wheels, it pushed 268. Yeah, it pushed 200, and if I remember correctly, I think it was around. I pushed around 268, and I think the torque was 240. So it was somewhere around there, and it had two step, which I have the clip, but I'm streaming, so I can't just throw it in there. I had the clip when I was using it. I was at a car meet, and I used a two step, and yeah, it was cool. It was a nice little car. It was too low. It was way too low. I had coilovers on it, and it was so annoying. My TL, I'm not lowering it at all. It's staying how it is. If I change, I need to change the suspension. I need to change the shocks. But when I change shocks, it's gonna be same stock shocks, you know, or it'll be a different brand. It'll be aftermarket, but it'll be stock. No, I'm not doing lowering at all. I tried it because it was different. I tried it. It was so annoying. It was so annoying to drive. Like there were like I literally drove my mom's truck a lot because my car was just so annoying. It was my daily. My car was just so annoying to drive. I just did not want to drive it. You know, I did not want to drive it much. And when it came to the power, I couldn't even use it much because like I'd be scared to like hit something on the highway, or like they'll hit a bump, and it was a whole thing. It was a whole thing. But I ended up selling it. Obviously, I ended up selling it in January of this year. I ended up selling it in January. A week or two later, bought my TL, and my TL was in bad condition. The hood was like, like it has it had like some weird wrap on it. It was like, it was bad. Like it was just in bad condition. But obviously now it still needs a detailing. It still needs some stuff changed, but obviously it looks really good right now. Like the headlights, y'all seen the headlights, the custom headlights I have on there. I have the tablet radio in there. I upgraded all the speakers and the interior sub. Um, I put work in it. I put work in it. I'm saying I want to change the wheels eventually. Nothing crazy, but just something a little different than the ones I have now. Uh, yeah, I think that's all I did to it really. Besides like maintenance stuff. One of the first things I did was change the time belt. I didn't know if the previous person changed the time belt, but I have not risking it. Changed that. So yeah. But I ended up getting more. I end up buying the TO for way less than what I had sold the Accord for. I ended up selling the Accord for a good amount. All right, let me catch some in the chat, man. Hold on. Uh, my insurance gonna be expensive when I get my next whip. Had two total accidents. I said, geez, in the same year, two total loss accidents. Like, and the total loss. Ugh. I had two accidents. I had two accidents. Um, I had two accidents in my life. My first one was in my Civic, but it wasn't my fault. I was at a red light with my ex at the time. I was in the car with my ex at the time. My first girlfriend. When I was in Florida. I was living in Florida. My first girlfriend. We were in the car. I was taking her to class, right? Because we went to go see a movie. I was taking her to class. We were at a red light. We were stopped just talking, right? We were talking, and then I got hit from behind, right? And it turns out it was a girl like my age at the time. I was 17 at the time. So it was a girl my age. She was going to class too. Apparently she had dropped her book. She had dropped her textbook and she went to go reach for it, and then she hit me. So that was the whole thing. I ended up getting money for it because it wasn't my fault, and I had like injuries. Um, Injury as far as like my back was bothering me. I had to go to a chiropractor, and it was the whole thing. But obviously, it was like thank by the grace of God, wasn't broken. It wasn't. It was sprains. It was sprains for the most part. It wasn't like broken or anything like that. It was sprains. Um, but obviously that's on my record. Even though it wasn't my fault, that's the thing about accidents, man. Even though it's not your fault, like I was literally at stopped at the red light. Even though it was my fault, it wasn't my record. It's cleared now because after a certain amount of years, it clears from the system. And that was back in 2017 when I had the accident. So that was like 5 years ago. So it's cleared. But my one that had literally the next year, the next year, which was in my Accord, which I told y'all about, um, that's still on my record. And it's yeah, that's on my record. Um, yeah. Uh, my first '09 Civic was a coupe. Had a '05 V6 auto. Nice. Yeah, I like the what's that? The eighth gen Civic. Yeah, I think it's the eighth gen Civic. I know because I was looking at SIs years ago. Yeah, I'm like years ago. I was looking at SIs. Um, so I know it's the eighth gen. Uh, and a V6 auto. Think about that's nice, but think about the V6s though. In the automatic, the transmissions. That's well, the automatic transmissions in general back then. The Honda transmissions were terrible. The automatics were terrible. Like they always went bad, and you had to get them replaced. So hopefully yours lasted though, because yeah, those transmissions are terrible. Bro, some guy had a 6.6. Went around the corner from my crib. I'm about to put a note on it. He didn't want that. Hey man, if you have the money, If you have the money, definitely get it. But definitely look around first. Definitely look around first. See if you can get a better deal, and make sure to test drive it. Make sure, what I'm saying. Make sure to test drive and everything like that. Because when I bought really all my cars, but when I bought except my Civic, my dad test drove it because I was still a new driver. My dad test drove the Civic, right? Also, all my cars, all three of my cars, I buy my own money. The Civic, money I have from saving up. Work my mom certain places. I saved up with that, and I worked at a summer job at summer camp, and that money, because I didn't have any bills. Obviously, I was in high school. I didn't have any bills or anything like that, so that money was going direct to my savings, and I used that money to pay for half of my game PC, which is like $400. I paid for half of it. I think my dad or my mom wanted to, but they paid for the other half, but the rest of my money went towards the car. So I actually paid for my car, sold the Civic, got my Accord, sold the Accord, got my TL. But yeah, man, I tested up the Accords, which the Accord was very hard to find, man. Like, to find a manual, even if it's a 5-speed 4-cylinder, this a manual Accord was extremely hard to find. Like, you don't know how hard it was, man. It's funny because now I could easily find one, but that's not overpriced. Back then, it was just hard to find. But I ended up finding it. I think I paid $1,600 for it. Yeah, I sold my Civic for $2,000, bought it for $1,600. Yeah, it was good though. It was clean. It was clean. It had a purple color. It had a purple color that you didn't see much. You didn't see much at all. But it was clean. Like when you washed it, like it was so clean, man. It was a nice little car. The TL, I test drove two. I test drove two TLs. One of them was lowered. It was a white one that someone my brother's friend knew was selling it. Test drove it. It was cool. Only thing I had to coil the air intake, so not the short intake, the coil air intake. So it went all the way down to by the wheel well. So if you drove over a puddle, your car was done. That was the only thing, which I could have changed anyway. But the guy was acting kind of funny because, like, I gave him an offer. I gave him an offer. Like, I was following my brother's instructions. I gave him an offer, and the guy never responded. Right, but we were literally waiting for him to, because the price he had the car for wasn't bad, but we wanted to bring him down. So I gave him an offer, and we were expecting him to come back and say I was too low, so we can ask him like what he would take and stuff like that. But he never responded. So that was this whole thing. Then test drove this TL, and it was good. You know what I'm saying, took him around the parking lot. V-Tech all the way around the parking lot. It was cool. Bought it. Almost didn't buy it, but I bought it because the guy went down to a good deal. Bought it and drove it home. So make sure to test drive, make sure it was good and everything like that. Make sure all the maintenance is done, timing belt, oil change is done on time, everything like that. Yeah, 03 to 07 coupes. Yep, exactly. I got so many questions about the turbo. Yeah, man, the eBay turbo, like, we just want to try it, you know what I'm saying? Like, worst case scenario, if the turbo went bad, we could just buy a new one. But we want to try the eBay turbo. It was actually pretty good. It was actually really good. It was actually really good, surprisingly. For being an eBay turbo, it was actually pretty good. My friend had a turbo Accord first manual, bro. Kept stalling. Hey, man. It's like that. It's like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, when I first started driving before I bought my Accord, I was learning how to drive stick on my brother's Accord. And he took me, and I was stalling all over the place the first couple of times. But, like, once I got my Accord, trust me, I was high revving it. I didn't stall. I probably stalled a few times, but, like, I was high revving it. Like, I had an idea how to drive stick. My brother taught me, but, like, I was high revving it. And then just having that car as my daily, I was forced to learn how to drive it. So, eventually it became natural. Obviously, I got the car in 2018. It's been 4 years. It became natural. I really had that car for 3 years. That's tough. Got me through college. The Civic got me through the first few months of my freshman year. I got the Accords in January of freshman year. So yeah, pretty much the ones college it got me through. That horse shit probably crazy. I wouldn't know. I didn't really push it like that. I probably did a couple posts on the highway, but it was nothing crazy. Slam it. No. No. Especially like I love how I can just take this car to New York whenever I need to, like when I went to go, to New York to the whole thing, see my sister's grave and everything like that. Just to be able to take my car and just drive whenever I need to, that was awesome. Other car I couldn't drive New York at all. My '05 Accord was slams. I messed my flex pipe up this first. Hey man, I feel you on that. I messed up my downpipe, my turbo downpipe. I messed it up. Just doing oil change I could do oil change myself, but like just doing it on that car, it was low. I had to use the jack that was in my trunk to lift the front, and then I took the other jack and lifted the rest up. It was annoying, man. I'm Illinois Picture School. All those are straight glass, bro. Yes, the auto transmissions are terrible. I would not have gotten my Accord if it was an automatic or the TL. NoFap the 124. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Man, keep it going, man. Keep it going. I never drove manual. When I get a manual, I'm putting a sign in the back saying first time manual driver, I'm be stopped. Hey man, listen. Driving a manual is not hard. Right? I had to teach. I taught two of my friends I had at the time, right? Two friends I had at the time. I had taught them how to drive. That was 226. I mean 726. I had taught them how to drive stick. They had no idea how to drive stick. And when I had my car, before I upgraded anything, before I upgraded the exhaust, lowered and stuff like that, I taught both of them how to drive. I mean, technically, it was no. One of the two friends, I taught him, and then a other mutual friend we had in the group taught him as well. Because we both drove manual. We were both the stick drivers of the group. Because there were four of us. We were both the stick drivers of the group. So both of us taught one of the friends, and the other friends, I taught him all the way. You know what I'm saying? I taught him all the way. And the last time we all hung out before, I was reborn and, God removed those friends from my life for reasons. Um, like the last time I saw him was maybe a year or two ago. They both drove stick. They both bought cars that were stick and they were driving it. So yeah, once the thing the best advice I can give, man, you just have to buy a car that's a manual and drive it daily. That has to be your daily. That's the best way to learn. Because if you have someone teaching you, if you have someone that has a car at stick and you're driving it, once in the blue moon, when it teach you like let me take you to a parking lot or empty street, whatever, you're gonna learn, but it's not gonna be as good as if you're driving it daily. That's how I got used to it. I mean, obviously, y'all in almost every video you see me driving my car. Like I drive. I wouldn't say, what's the best way I can say it? Like I'm not a beginner. I wouldn't say professional because obviously I'm not professional like that. But like I drive, you know what I'm saying? I drive. But I don't know how to describe it. Like I drive good, like I drive where people can get my car, see me driving stick, and they won't have to be worried about like me stalling anything like that because I drive normal. Like I'm just used to it. Like you just get used to it. And also, the thing they say about, oh, if you drive a manual and you switch back to automatic, it's gonna mess you up. That thing isn't true. That thing isn't true. Like you know how many times I would drive my car and switch to my mom's truck and then drive back to my car. Like it's natural. You switch back and forth. I used to push my cord. I used to push my auto record. I hit almost 140. Ah man, the days of driving automatic, man. Back when I had my Civic, I used to push it on the highway. It only had like 100, I think 127 horsepower. It was either 127 or 147. No, not 147. Either 127 137. One, two. I used to push that little thing, man. I used to push that little car. I don't push my cars much anymore, man. Like, I don't find the appeal of speeding anymore. Like, I used to always speed in the highway, pull my car, stuff like that. I don't find the appeal anymore, you know? Like, it's me being reborn in Christ, and just like a lot of things just don't really entertain me anymore. Look, I used to want a charger. I used to want a charger, and then I thought about it, and I was like, would I buy a charger because I actually want a charger, or because I want to show it off? Like little things like that. Like it just, a lot of things don't really like my brother asked me the other day, like, do you miss that? Do I miss my Accord? And I was like, not really. I mean, like, like you put the turbo on there, right? And it's fun the first month or two, and after that, it's like, after the first month or two, it's like you're just driving it normal. It's like now, if you asked would I suspect an automatic car for my daily, no. I would have a manual car. I would buy automatic, but I would need to have a car as a manual at the same time. Like, I would need two, right? Because like driving manual is just fun. Like, just even without speeding, just having to control my gears and just driving. It's like when you're at Chuck E. Cheese, or like you're at Dave and Buster's, and like those racing games where you change the gears. It's literally like that, but it's like you're driving. I just can't. Automatics are boring to me. Now, obviously, if I'm driving my mom's truck, something like that, we're going somewhere. I don't mind. Like, it's just that for a daily car, which it's not even daily for me anymore. I don't drive my car as much. I work from home, so I only drive it on the weekends, maybe. Um, but yeah, I definitely want a GTR. Like one car that I can 100% say that I want, and I know for a fact, even this car was not popular anymore, and I was not showing up anywhere, and if I drove through and nobody looked at it, I wouldn't care, because I want this car, is a GTR. I always wanted a GTR, the R35. I always wanted a GTR. I love GTRs. I forgot about them, and the other day I went to a car meet with my brother and stuff like that. That was like months ago, in summer. I saw one parked up, and I fell in love again, man. Just looking at it, like, it just, like, that's one car where it's like, I don't care. Like, I wouldn't want it to show up or anything like that. I want that car because I love the GTR. Like, this is a cool car to me, man. Like, I just want, like, God willing, man. Like, if I don't get one in my life, it's okay. I'll be perfectly fine. Because I don't care about the material things anymore. You know what I'm saying? All I care about being in Christ. Like, I don't care about the material stuff anymore. As long as I have my family, when I have my wife, my family, stuff like that, and, we have cars to drive where we need to go and stuff like that. That's all that matters. That's all that matters to me. I mean, I'm pretty sure my TL wouldn't last me years. Like, I'm pretty sure by the time, you know, I have kids, my kids are old and stuff like that, my TL probably won't last that. My TL probably, I'll either sell it by that point, or, I'll probably have to get rid of it. Pretty sure it won't last that long. But, if let's say I had to, stick with my TL for 4 or 5 years, I wouldn't mind it, because it's a 6 speed, it's a V6. I have my red interior, me fixing it up, stuff like that, do more fixes to it, changing it up a little bit, not lowering it, but changing it up and stuff like that. It's gonna be a nice little car, you know what I'm saying? Like, nice little fun car to just kind of drive around, you know. So I'll be fine with that. But if God would have blessed me with a GTR, you know, that'd be awesome. That'd be awesome, Nice little car to, like, let's say my wife and I, we want to go out to dinner one night, and we just want to go to like a kind of a luxury-ish restaurant, or just restaurant. We just kind of want to just go out, pull out the GTR. Instead of pulling out the TL or whatever car she has, just pull out the GTR and just kind of just go out into town. Like little things like that. That'd be cool. But again, it's not a big deal to me. Wherever at that point in time, whatever cars that God decides to bless me and my wife with, I'm fine. As long as It's reliable as long as I can get in and it will start without having to worry about my wife and get in the car and drive where she needs to drive and not worry, and I don't have to worry about if she's gonna get stuck somewhere. That's all that matters to me. Everybody wants to love GTR, so I hate it. Set apart. It's like, nah, they're nice. Hey, no, I'm not gonna lie. Years ago, not anymore. At least from what I see, not anymore. But years ago, back when I was in high school, everybody loved GTRs. Everybody wanted GTR. Everybody bought GTRs. Like, there were YouTubers, like almost every YouTuber, like the big YouTuber, I'm not gonna say any names. Y'all know who, right? They would buy, like, they'll have videos like, just buy this year GTR, just buy this year GTR, I just buy a GTR, this to my GTR. Everybody's buying GTRs, right? And it was like, man, they buy a GTR. Like, it was like, everybody had a GTR, right? And everybody loved GTRs. But nowadays, it got to the point where people were like, man, there's GTRs everywhere, man. Like, GTRs are overplayed. And then GTRs now aren't as popular. I mean, obviously, if you see one, it's like, oh, cool, but they're not as popular anymore. Now it's all about the Hellcats. It's all about the Hellcats and the Teslas and what else? It's Hellcats, Teslas, the Scat Packs, the M5s, M4s, things like that. GTRs aren't really up there anymore, which is what it is. I'm not really. Even if an R36 comes out, the R36, whenever that does come out, whenever that comes out, and the R35 is older or whatever, I'm still going to R35. But those things are expensive to maintain from what I've seen. Those things are expensive to maintain. But you should only buy it if you have money for it, obviously. My hope. Oh, my hope, man. If God were to bless, I mean, I shouldn't have to worry about it. Let me rephrase it. I was about to say that my hope is that the GTR, like Nissan, doesn't stop making the GTR, because as Dodge or Chrysler or Fiat, I should say, stop making the Chargers and Challengers, the price for the Hellcats are going to be insane. They're going to be insane because Dodge is going to stop making them, right? So if Nissan decided to stop making the GTR, there goes the price. We already see the R34. We already see the Skyline, right? The R34. We see the price of that. Like, you know what I'm saying? But the reason why I stopped myself and I was like, I shouldn't worry about it, is because if God, we know how God works, right? If God was to say you're gonna have a Nissan GTR, nothing is gonna stop me from getting that. If God says it's gonna happen and I'm doing the things to please God, and God says that He's gonna bless me with that, it's gonna happen no matter what inflation, no matter what. You know what I'm saying? So I have to rephrase myself. Gangsta K said MA is nice. Yeah, MAs are pretty cool. I drove it. I drove an M3. I probably drive an M5 one of these days. Like, my brother, my older, like my only brother, my brother has an M3. He has a 2008 M3 convertible, the V8, and he has I think it's a 2012. It's either a 2012 or 2013 M5. Both of them are manual. Like, y'all know how the M5 is mostly automatics. He literally shipped out. He bought and shipped out his M5 from California. Some guy had a manual, and he bought it red interior, everything like that. It's white. I drove the M3 twice. I touched it 3 times. I drove it before. That's also manual, obviously. But I drove it before. The M5 I almost drove, but I didn't drive it yet. But any one of these days, you let me drive it. It's like if I literally went to his house or he drove it down here and I asked him, I was like, oh, can I take the M5 for a spin? I never drove it before. He would let me drive it. Like, it's one of those times where it's like, when I say I'll drive it eventually, it's like I can literally drive it if I just ask him. I was like, can I take it around the block, and he would let me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's one of those things. It's my brother. He lets me like he would let me drive one of those cars. Key brother Key said if it ain't a Honda, I don't want to. Oh man, shout out to Honda and Acura, man. My family is mostly a Honda family, man. Like as in most of our first cars are Hondas. My mom's first car the Honda Accord. My brother's first car the Honda Accord. They got their first car at the same time. My first car the Honda Civic. My dad, he's a different story. um, yeah, man. I'm not sure what my brother's doing with my older niece's first car yet, whatever, or where he has plans. But I know for a fact he told me, like it's gonna be a Honda. Like it's just how it is. Like we're just a Honda family. Um, even with my brother's Beamers, he still has a Honda Accord. He still has a Honda Pilot. So he has a 7th gen Accord, the 4-cylinder 5-speed. He has that. He has the 5-speed, and then he has a Honda Pilot. And my mom obviously has a Honda Pilot. I showed y'all before. She has a Honda Pilot, which actually what I'm driving. That's what I'm gonna drive after I finish working out. After I finish do my workout, I'm gonna go drive that. Cause I have to go to the bank to take out money to get my car fixed, and get some food. So, yeah, man. Have you tried Turo? Turo, yeah. Turo is the what I use whenever I go on vacation. Like both times I went to Orlando last year, I used Turo. When I went to Jacksonville this year, I used Turo. When I went to Houston back 2020, I used Turo. I think these are all the solo trips I've taken. But yeah, I use Turo. So that's all I use. I cannot use a regular rental car company because they're overpriced. Like the underage fee that these companies charge is insane. And Turo is reasonable with it. And not only that, but they offer coverage themselves. Like the insurance, they offer it. Well, you have to get it, but they have it selected there in the price of the car. So like you just pick whatever level of coverage you want, and when you book the car, right? But these other companies, the car will already be expensive, and then you have to add coverage on top of it. So that's the whole thing, man. Obviously, when you turn 26, you don't get that underage fee anymore. But before 26, you have to pay it. And obviously with Turo, you have a bigger selection of cars. Like for a fact what you will get because you book the car that you choose, and it's just simple. So far with Turo, my trip to Houston in 2020, I rented a 2011 Toyota Camry. It was nothing crazy. My first solo trip to Orlando last year, I rented a Charger Daytona. It was like a regular Charger RT Daytona. It was like 2019 or something. It was like 2019 or something like that. It was nice though. The 5.7. My second solo trip in Orlando last year, I rented a Charger Scat Pack. Crazy, right? Me being 22 at the time. Me being 22, a 22-year-old being able to rent a Charter Scat Pack. That just sounds insane, right? But that's Turo for you. Turo gives you a better selection of cars. Like, and regularly with, like, for example, Enterprise or Hertz, you wouldn't be able to rent a Mustang GT. You'd be able to rent the EcoBoost 4-cylinder Mustang convertible, right? Which would be overpriced. But you can rent the Mustang GT convertible. With Turo, you can. If you find somebody has it listed there, and it's has it listed there in the area that you're going on vacation, you can rent it. As long as you're okay paying the underage fee, that's fine. But the actual companies, they won't even let you pick it. They don't even have it on the list when you look at the cars. So Turo's good. Turo's cool. And obviously, as you rent, you get reviews. The as people who rented the cars out, they give you a review. My reviews are good. What I'm saying? My reviews are good. I have for all the cars I rented, I have 5 stars. Because I actually take care of people's cars. As long as you take people's cars, what I'm saying? Like if they say you had to use premium gas, you say you put premium gas in. If they want all the receipts of the gas so they can see you use premium, you do what they say, like and you take care of it. Like it's not hard to get 5 stars. Like it's really not hard. I'm not saying like you have to be very careful with. I'm obviously be careful with the car, but like if you want to put, if you have a car, you want to pull on the highway once, like a couple times, do a pull on the highway, you can do it. You know what I'm saying? Like I did pulls in both Chargers. Like the Skypack was crazy, but I did pulls in both cars. Like they don't care as long as like they literally tell you to have fun, but don't race. Like, but you can have fun with it. Like they know they know what you're gonna do. Like it's like you rent a fast car, they know what you're gonna pull it. They say have fun, but be careful with it. Like it's you know if you can handle the car, then just have fun with it, right? But be careful with it. That's that. I did a couple pulls on the highway with both Chargers, but like I don't I don't like. But besides that, I was driving a normal. You know. Also, third car, Jackson, not fourth car, Jacksonville. This year, I rented the Corolla. I mean, I'm pretty sure I uploaded the video. Yeah, I uploaded my trip on this channel. So, I rented it. It was just a 2021. Yeah, it's like 2021 Toyota Corolla. Nothing crazy. At the time, I was on short-term disability for like my headaches and stuff like that, my blurred vision that I was dealing with, which I got out by the grace of God. But I was dealing with that, so I wasn't getting all my pay during that time, so I couldn't really go for like a higher car in that case. But it was only for like a few days I was there anyway, so rent a Corolla. It was nice. It was really nice. So the new Corollas actually have a good amount of room compared to before. Like it's actually roomy. So, did I miss anything? Thinking of my old mechanic has 298 M3s. I met him racing in my slow Civic. Yeah, man, that's awesome though. I'm thinking of trying. Definitely try it. I don't want a 4-cylinder. The J series sound better, but the K series got more parts. Yeah, when I was looking for a car, when I sold my Accord, there were plenty of TSXs that were stick. There were plenty of them. My brother was like, "Hey, do you want to look for a TSX as well?" And I was like, "Nah, I want a V6." Like, I dealt with 2 4-cylinders. They're cool, like they're reliable, but like I want a V6. I want something a little more powerful, something sounds a little nicer. Not saying this 4-cylinder doesn't sound nice, but like I want something, I want the V6. So yeah, but obviously if I got the TS6, it would have been the K series. It would have been like a K24, I think. So it would have been a K series, which sounds decent, but I want the V6. Unfortunately, the TL has to use premium gas when the gas price is raised. Like my mom's showing up. My mom has a J series as well because she's a pilot, and she can use regular gas, but the TL needs to use premium gas or else she'll get check engine light. Man, Turo has way more variety of cars. Definitely. It's all about you. It's all about what you can afford. All about what you can afford. If you want to hire, like literally, you can rent like something like a little bit nicer. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying like you rent like a whole Range Rover or something like that, but you can rent like a 3 Series. You can rent an A6, something like that, for a price of a regular car from like Enterprise or something like that. So the prices are way better. So. I'm about to end the stream, man, because I did not expect to be on for this long. But when we talking, we talking. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it'll be 30 minutes, but so I can go work out. It's literally 7:48 right now. But when we talking, man. We talking. We having conversation, man. I don't get to go live often because I don't live alone. Unfortunately, I don't live alone yet. yet. But you know what I'm saying, that you know what I'm saying. But I said my parents went out, so I could go live. Obviously, when I have my wife stuff like that, I'll let her know about the channel. I'm gonna tell her about the channel. So don't think when I get married the stream's gonna stop, man. whenever that time is, whenever God's timing is for me to get married, man. Whenever that time is. When I get my license back, a decent job, I'm safe for 6'6". Yes, sir, man. Yes, sir. You can even look for TLs. Cause TLs are probably the easiest to find. Unless you don't mind getting a coupe. If you don't mind getting a coupe, um, if you don't mind getting a coupe, then you can get like an Accord V6 speed. But if you want a sedan, then TL is probably your best bet. But it's up to you. 6.6 regular. Yeah, so it has to be in the Accord then. So it'll have to be in the Accord because TLs they love premium gas for some reason. They're not even that special. Like literally, I have a J32. My TL has a J32. My mom's probably has a J35, and what, come on, man. I'm gonna email you about cars. All right, cool, man, cool. Yeah, man. So that's about it, man. I'm about to go work out. I do legs. I'm gonna get something to eat. Still feel slightly lightheaded, but not as bad. I still gotta make my video too. It's weird when I go live and then I have to make a video afterwards because like I already talked about what I talk about in the stream, so it's like I repeat myself in the video, but it's what it is, man. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all for hopping on, man. Appreciate Brother Key, appreciate Brother Gangsta Kitty, man. Appreciate anybody else who hopped in too, but just wasn't in the chat. Appreciate y'all as well. Premium charts, and I want to be different. Yeah, man, premium is crazy. Like $3 and I don't even know what the gas price is now, but the last time I checked was like $3.70-something for regular, and $4 and I think it was like 30 or 40 cents, something like that for premium. Is crazy. It's crazy. Yes, sir. Against case said keep the streak going, bro. Yes, sir, man. It's a lifestyle for me, man. Like even though I had that weird dream this morning, I woke up just fighting it off, man. You know, just staying strong. Today's day 40. I don't keep count the days in my head actively. Like I only see the day count when I go to upload my video, and I have to get the title ready. Then I look at the previous video's title. I'm like, oh, this is the day I'm on. So I don't really keep the day count in my head, but it's a lifestyle for me. So I just do what I gotta do, man. Just follow God's lead, you know, and just do what God told me to do. 6 months of growth is going well. You know, I'm definitely going strong, man. And going strong with the 6 months of growth, and just gonna keep going, man. Because at the end of these 6 months, man, I want to get ready. I'm getting ready now, but at the end of these 6 months, I want to be able to seek out my wife. You know, so keep striving for Christ. Yes, sir, man. Amen. Amen. $6 here. Where you live in Cali? You live in California? Nah, I know some places that are probably $6. But yeah, man, I'll catch y'all later, man. I'm about to go work out. Your brother Aaron out. Peace. Also, if you haven't seen it, check out the video that I uploaded this morning, and make sure to check out the video that's uploaded tomorrow.